It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're excited about this one and will be laying it all on the line. The intensity, palpable. Two top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel,
the towering skyscrapers that surround Quincy Market in beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the San Antonio Spurs come in for this one. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Boston playing for the home crowd again tonight. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've got to be thrilled with the way this season has started for them. They've already got some big wins under their belt and definitely a confidence booster.
And, you know, I think it was important for them to get off to this sort of start. I mean, they had to prove themselves early that they were going to be able to compete with the big fellas, and they've done that.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Dumars. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Abdul Rauf in at the one spot. Offensive rebound, and it's blocked. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Here's Dumars. Pass to Porzingis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Screen by Russell. And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Frazier against Abdul Rauf. Outside Leonard. They set the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against New York.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And Frazier drops them both. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's a screen from the high post. And no good as it rattles out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
The shot no good. Great D that time from Leonard. On defense, Boston, they are coming off that win against Atlanta.
The bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
And that one's good. Dumars got his first basket of the night. Frazier with it. He's coming off a 31-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Nance, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
13 feet away. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Dumars.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Pressey against Dumars. And Pressey gets it to go.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Frazier against Abdul Rauf. Outside Gasol. 5 on the clock. Gasol setting the pick for Leonard. Fader on the way. And the Spurs scoring again.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Frazier outside. Here's Kemp, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Now, here's Dumars. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
One player he said he's worried about in this game is Pau Gasol. He says with his length and touch, it's really hard to bother that shot. We're going to try to be physical with him, body him up early, and deny him position. And guys, that's what a lot of teams try with Gasol. Force him to really battle through contact. We'll see how it works.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Gasol. Following the score by Walt Frazier. And Dumars gets it to go. Dumars got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Celtics trail by 3. Frazier kicks to Kemp. Here's Pressey. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Frazier against Leonard. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
It's stolen by Frazier. Russell high post. Abdul Rauf with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Porzingis. They grabbed their own miss. The Celtics have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Kemp a screen on Abdul Rauf. Frazier outside. The screen from Kemp. Banked in off the glass. Frazier's got 6 points.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Leonard with a screen on Frazier. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here for the night.
2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
First one falls for him. Celtics making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Randall's checked in for the Spurs. Williams comes in for Porzingis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Rondo kicks to Russell. Russell a screen on Leonard. Right side Kemp. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Kemp's got his second basket.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders. At small forward, Kawhi Leonard on top.
He is a pest out there on the wing. One slip of concentration, one careless pass, and he'll be going the other way.
Well, the combo of quickness and smarts is what he's got. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to come up with another small forward who makes as much of an impact with his defense as he does.
Here's Dumars after the made shot from Shawn Kemp. Now Dumars. Nice D from Frazier.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Nance kicks to Rondo. The screen from Kemp. Rondo passes to Kemp. Russell dishes to Nance. Nice ball movement by Boston. Boston needs to get off a shot. Rondo drives in. They now take the lead. And the Celtics lead by 1.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Feeds to Nance. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. Frazier kicks to Russell. Outside Rondo, right wing. Shoots from 12. And that one hits back iron. Spurs trail by 3. Outside Leonard, 3-pointer. Count that one. Leonard's got 9 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
For Boston, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. There's the screen. The pass to Frazier. Kemp a screen on Dumars. Frazier kicks to Kemp. Fires from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Dumars against Russell. Shoots from 14. Dumars misses. Well, the Celtics shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Kemp kicks to Rondo. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Kemp with the jam.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. First in opponent field goal percentage. Fourth in free throw percentage. You know, they also show up in the top 5 in opponent scoring. That's a good number, and that's a good place to be as a team in that statistical category.
And go back to their top-notch defense. They just smother you and impose their will on you. A lot of nights it seems like teams don't even know what hit them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Spates checked in for Kemp. Smith comes in for Larry Nance. And Monroe subbed in for Frazier. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Washington. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's Boston, 4 games back.
And, you know, for Boston, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
You know, I agree with you. I mean, their game and their style is already fully developed. They look rock solid to me.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall. Both free throws good from Randall. Here's Rondo. Kicks it to Spates. Screen by Monroe. Smith dishes to Monroe. Passes it to Spates. Taken away by Williams. Dumars kicks to Williams. Now here's Randall. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Randall, a screen on Monroe. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio again missing. Boston shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Smith drives in. Leonard against Monroe. Down low. It's stolen by Randall. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Monroe outside. There's the pick. He kicks to Smith. Spates sets a screen. Clock at 4. Shoots. Smith, no luck.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now, here's Dumars. 5 points in the game. Tries it from 9. And it's sent back by Russell. And here is Monroe. Spates sets a screen. Dumars against Rondo. Right side, Russell. They need this one. And it's Smith again missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Williams against Rondo. 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Williams with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Zeller, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Spurs shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Celtics trail by 5. Now the dish to Spates. Smith outside. Spates with a screen on Williams. Smith with a wide open look. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Williams with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Dumars, and it's sent back by Russell. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Spurs up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this age.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
Monroe is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Pressey. Then it's Kemp. And it's Spates in at the center. That's the Boston 5. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. Celtics trail by 3. Williams passes to Monroe. Pressey kicks to Spates. Pass to Monroe. 5 on the clock. The baseline J off the mark. Williams attacking. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Steps back and fires. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
They set the screen. Screen by Monroe. Outside Williams.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Frazier, he's checked in for Boston. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for San Antonio. Williams inside the line. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Frazier against Hill. Rebounded by the Celtics. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
You know, that's the case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Nance is checked in for Maurice Spates. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Williams. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Frazier kicks to Pressey. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group. The top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Good on both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Frazier kicks to Nance. The screen from Kemp. To the paint. Goes up off the pick. Hopkins off the pick and hammers it home.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw off the floor after that one, guys.
Porzingis can't hit. Boston trailing. Outside Williams. Dishes it to Kemp. Nice ball movement by Boston. The feed to Williams. Nance a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Rejected by Gasol. Leonard on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. No luck. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
Now here's Leonard. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York. Here's Abdul-Rauf. There's the three. And Boston with the rebound.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
San Antonio with the ball after the basket by Boston. The pass to Porzingis. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Now here's Frazier. 6 points for him. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Frazier's got the game tied up here for Boston. For San Antonio, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Abdul-Rauf, the pass to Hill. Gasol, a screen on Frazier. Here's Hill, knocked loose. Passes to Abdul-Rauf. Just 5 on the clock. From the top of the key, that's good. Abdul-Rauf's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Kemp a screen on Abdul-Rauf. Williams dishes to Kemp. He feeds it to Frazier. Back to Kemp. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
You got to like what Shawn Kemp has done in this game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Frazier kicks to Russell. He dishes it to Preston. Feeds it to Frazier. Nance a screen. Frazier the pass to Williams. Here's Nance. And the shot falls short this time. San Antonio leading. Leonard dishes to Hill. Gasol kicks to Leonard. Pass to Porzingis. Nice D from Russell.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Williams passes to Nance. Screen by Russell. Kicks it to Frazier. Russell, a screen on Leonard. Here's Frazier, rejected by Gasol. Leonard dishes to Hill. Here's Porzingis. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
And there's the 3-second violation.
And a look at how the Celtics performed over the last month here, Kevin. 3rd in opponent offense, 5th in opponent field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And you talk about their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. They really stifle teams. I mean, they eliminate the easy runouts in transition, and they force you to play 5-on-5 and take difficult shots.
Now here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Up top, Frazier. Abdul-Rauf covering. Here's Nance. That one a little long.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Leonard kicks to Gasol. Kept alive and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunity.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Boston making some changes. Smith checked in for Pressey. Monroe comes in for Lou Williams. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Frazier. San Antonio also making some changes. Randall's checked in for Porzingis. Dumars comes in for Abdul-Rauf. And it's Williams in for George Hill. Both free throws good from Gasol. Celtics trail by 4. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Nance a screen. Shot to end this cold run. Shot's good. Nance has got his second basket of the night. And San Antonio shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Leonard the pass to Dumars. Nobody near Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Rondo kicks to Russell. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Monroe against Williams. Screened by Russell. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Boston making a switch here. Spates is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Zeller is checked in for Gasol. And it's Williams in for Leonard.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Here's Dumars. The shot no good. The Celtics with the lead. Smith dishes to Rondo. Spates with a screen on Williams. Rondo passes to Spates. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Third spot, the Celtics. In fourth, the Spurs.
Yeah, and these are balanced defensive teams, Kevin. They don't just do it in one particular category. They do it in all defensive categories. The one we're talking about here is points allowed per game, but they're able to do that because they control the pace. They don't let teams do what they want to do. They keep the opponents uncomfortable.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Spurs trail by 4. It's Williams with the drive, and that time also a missed shot. Boston shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Monroe. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Randall. Picked by Randall. Shot clock at 5. Williams kicks to Zeller. Outside Williams. Beyond the arc. Again, Williams missing. Celtics leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Smith dishes to Russell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Bill Russell will be at the line shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so Russell hits them both. Spurs trail by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Zeller passes to Dumars. Stolen by Monroe. Here's Spates. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dumars kicks to Williams. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Russell a screen on Williams. In the corner, Smith with it for the 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
Spurs ball.
Here's Dumars. 8 points for him. Williams dishes to Dumars. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Dumars got 10 points in the game.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And he gets it to go.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
And that does it for the first half of play. Celtics lead by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. In the second quarter, we began to see what they're capable of when everything starts clicking, as they pulled out to a 7-point lead by the end of the half. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the board, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Spurs trail by 7. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Dumars is out there with Abdul Rauf. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. Now, here's Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Dumars kicks to Gasol. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's Preston. Kempa screen on Dumars. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Russell's got 6.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Dumars misses. Boston leading by 7. To the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Celtics have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Pressey will be at the line shooting 2.
Free throw good. Pressey. And he can't hit the second. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Abdul Rauf. 8 points for him. Outside Gasol. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Offline with his 3. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes it tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Dumars. Larry Nance making his last shot. Dumars. Here's Porzingis. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Celtics leading by 10. Russell, a screen on Abdul Rauf. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nance has got 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Dumars. And just miss after miss right now.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Now here's Nance. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 6 points for Pau Gasol. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming to the court on your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told them they should be dedicating themselves to hitting the offensive glass with everything they've got from now on, even if that means it takes them away from defensive transition. He added one more thing as well, which was that he wants them driving the lane and taking the ball strong to the hoop at every opportunity. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Nance. 8 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nance with another miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Abdul Rauf the pass to Dumars. Nance against Gasol. There's the pass to Abdul Rauf. Excellent use of the screen that time. Abdul Rauf's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs. The Celtics shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. The dish now to Kemp. Screened by Russell. Pressey kicks to Nance. From 10 feet out, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Nance has got 6 in the quarter.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low. Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. George Hill's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Dumars. He's got 10. Outside Leonard. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Celtics on D. Dumars the pass to Porzingis, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Now here's Frazier. 8 points for him. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And slam dunk by Kemp.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Shawn Kemp. Gasol dishes to Hill. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Frazier left side.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's the teardrop. That's good. Frazier's got 10 points in the game.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Hill against Frazier. From the high post. And it's sent back by Russell. Frazier outside. And Bill Russell slams it in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
The drive by Hill. Here's Porzingis. No good. Nice D from Russell.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And that one's good. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now, here is Hill. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the pick. And here's Leonard from 3. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Dishes to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Kemp a screen on Dumars. Here's Williams. Kemp throws it down with the quick putback Kemp. And the Celtics lead by 17.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. In the third spot, Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach, Greg. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And a new group in for the Celtics. Spates checked in for Kemp. Smith comes in for Pressey. Monroe's checked in for Williams. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Frazier. San Antonio also making some changes. Randall's checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Hill. And so Gasol nails them both. And Boston has possession. Rondo kicks to Russell. There's the feed to Smith. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Spurs making a switch here. Zeller's checked in.
Cody Zeller.
San Antonio with the ball, down by 15. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Nobody near Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics. Russell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Monroe kicks to Spates. Tries again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal foul.
2.
For Boston, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Will be at the line shooting 2.
The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Williams, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That's good from 17 feet away.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Monroe. Deron Williams picking up that last basket. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The putback cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you have to display when you want to attack that offensive glass.
Now, here is Smith. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. In transition, here come the Spurs. Williams can't get it to go. Boston leading by 13. In the corner, Smith with it. Back to Monroe. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. Spates sets a screen. Smith kicks to Rondo. Misses the 3. Spurs trail by 13. And Williams, here we go. Dumars the pass to Williams. The kick out to Williams. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Outside, Russell. Here's the screen. Russell sets a screen for Monroe. With some arc, the shot no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Williams kicks to Dumars. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. He kicks to Randall. Pass to Zeller. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Celtics passing it around. Rondo dishes to Spates to stop the drought. That is good. Spates has got 8 points.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Williams can't hit.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Monroe outside. Stolen by Dumars. One-on-one here. Buries it from about 10 feet away. He's got 14. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. Rondo kicks to Spates. Screen by Monroe. Williams against Smith. Inside, puts up the baby hook. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Spates has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Feeds it to Dumars. To the inside, Zeller.
Yeah, the defender all over
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
His fourth personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Cody Zeller. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Larry Nance is checked in for the Celtics. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Abdul Rauf is checked in. Good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 11. Now Monroe, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. With 1 on the clock and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It goes on Cody Zeller.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
For Boston, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Will be at the line shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so Monroe nails both of them. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Celtics. They lead by 13. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Now here's Rondo. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, they've got Frazier. Kemp is out there with Nance. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Pressey in at the 3 spot. Just 5 to shoot. San Antonio with the rebound. Abdul Rauf the pass to Williams. Here's Porzingis, covered by Nance. Back to Williams. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Abdul Rauf buries the long-range jumper. Abdul Rauf's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Spurs. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Celtics leading by 10. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Pressey. Right block shot. And he can't bank that one in. Williams attacking. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Boston shooting at 51%. Really solid. Rondo dishes to Frazier. The Celtics working the ball around now. There's the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rondo. But they recover it. Boston, no good that time either. Off his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. Williams, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Celtics on D. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Boston leading by 8. Williams kicks to Frazier.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
It's good on the putback.
Boy, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself in the good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then also just the niftiness with that tip in, just a quick touch, again, before the defense knows what hit him.
Here's Abdul Rauf. To the middle. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pressey against Abdul Rauf. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And the Celtics making a change here. Russell's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Randall, and it's Dumars in for Williams. Here is Kemp. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Pressey against Dumars. Outside Leonard. Gasol passes to Abdul Rauf. 5 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Shooting for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis. Taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pressey dishes to Frazier. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Dumars on the wing. Frazier covering. Good-looking screen by Gasol. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Take a look at what Dumars been doing. He's got 14 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
First free throw is good. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Celtics leading by 7. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Knocked away. Pressey, and the layup is good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Here's Abdul Rauf. He dishes it to Leonard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Boston. Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Leonard. Second free throw, no good.
Looking at the game for Kawhi Leonard, 12 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Abdul Rauf, following the score by Walt Frazier.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Celtics leading by 8, and Bill Russell slams it in.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Pass to Gasol. Rebound, Boston. Nance has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Frazier against Leonard. Gasol with the steal. Outside Dumars. Abdul Rauf. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Abdul Rauf's got 5 points now this quarter. The Celtics have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Frazier. And Nance kicks to Russell. And it's good. And the Celtics lead by 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's good.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Frazier, the pass to Kemp. Pass to Russell. There's the pick. Off the pick. Here's Nance, and he slams it one-handed.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Kept alive. Off with the layup. Boston leading by 10. Frazier dishes to Pressey. Kemp against Gasol. A shake. And Russell puts it in.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Pass to Porzingis. And Boston with the rebound. Kemp's got 8 rebounds in this game. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Here's Russell. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Well, just take a look at what Russell's done tonight. 11 rebounds, and what a tear he's been rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 14. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Dumars kicks to Leonard. Kemp with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And Pressey gets it to go.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Nance a screen. Here's Pressey. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. It's deflected. They retain possession. And Leonard gets it to go. Boston leading by 12. Frazier the pass to Pressey. Kicks it to Kemp. The pass to Pressey. Nance a screen. 5 to shoot. Shoots. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Passes it to Abdul Rauf. Back to Leonard. The dish to Gasol. And it's off the back rim. No good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Got that one up quick.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And the Celtics shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. Frazier outside. Dishes it to Nance. A fader. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Nance has got 10 points in just the second half. Spurs trail by 12.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming up to the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Abdul Rauf will not go. This is off the front iron.
and they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they've brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
.127 left to play here in the fourth. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Boston, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Boston leading by 10. Frazier outside. Kempa screen on Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Lots of room. Shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Abdul-Rauf kicks to Leonard. The three. It's hauled in by Bill Russell. Leonard against Frazier. Outside Russell. Screened by Russell. Frazier kicks to Pressey. On the wing, Nance. Leonard with the steal.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
And the shot is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Leonard with the steal. And Dumars gets it to go.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
And they go to the intentional foul. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for Boston, Earl Monroe. Will be at the line shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Monroe dishes to Smith. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What was your approach defensively overall tonight, and how did it help dictate the pace?
We just had to get stops. You know, it didn't have to be pretty, but as long as we get stops and get out and run, we started slowing the ball up a little bit, which took some of our momentum away, but we still got it.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.